Okay, so it's looking pretty good. We just need to go into our links panel and make sure everything is, oh, it's in RGB. That's not good. What's our pine forest is in RGB. Our sculpture logo is in RGB. You can also use the info panel. So info, you can also go to window info if it's not open. And then use your white arrow tool and just kind of click, make sure this is open, and click on things. So this is an RGB. The effective PPI is 231, so it's under 300, but I think it'll be all right. The actual PPI, I set it to 600, so I must have had it pretty small on the page. This is that's a really nice high resolution, so we're good there. If we push W and kind of click on this, it's still an RGB, and it's fairly low resolution as well. Because I pulled it off the web, and I'm using it fairly large on the piece of paper. One way around that might be, well, luckily, I mean, it's underneath a screened color, which is going to help. But make sure your stuff set's 300. Sorry, mine isn't, but if I was actually doing this in real life, when I checked it at this point, I'd be like, oh, I guess I have to replace this file with something bigger. So I think the thing that I pulled from web maybe was 2,000 wide when I should have maybe gotten something closer to 3,000 or 4,000 wide. But we want to, basically you want to go into your leaks panel. You know, you can do control click, edit with, or right click, edit with Photoshop to open it up. We can make it image mode, CMYK color, and then we can do so image adjustments, levels is a nice place to go. So if we kind of move the mid ranges over to the brighter side of things, bring the blacks down, and then bring the whites in on the images just to kind of make the colors really pop. That makes it like kind of brighter. And if we do a Command S, actually let's do a file save as. File save as. We'll save this into that same images folder on our desktop for our Lincoln Pacemaker. I'm going to do CMYK so I know that I converted it. Save. Okay. And then we'll go back into InDesign and we will relink this pine forest image with that new pine forest image. That's a CMYK image. And as you can see, it kind of made that brighter down there. It might have blown it out a little bit actually, but and then this is in, I believe this is an RGB too. So if this is a PNG, let's do control click, edit with Photoshop. We'll just go image mode, CMYK, and then do Command S. Just save over it. I'm just going to save over this. I could do a file save as. I guess I'll go ahead and do it. And then like CMYK, resave that, save. Okay. But since I saved over the old file, it should, let's see. Well, I guess I'll relink it to the CMYK one. Okay, so that's in CMYK now. You can see it in the links panel too. You don't have to go to the info panel. I don't think the links panel used to have this information in it. It's nice that they kind of brought it all together. They must have just done that recently because I used to have to go into links and info separately, but it's looking like it's all integrated now. And so let's take a look at this. He's in RGB too, so I didn't save him out correctly when I exported out this PNG file. So we can just open this up in Photoshop too, because we can open up Photoshop's file, even though I made this in Illustrator. And actually, I'm kind of thinking, so I made it image mode, I put it in CMYK, but I'm thinking about layer, new adjustment layer, hue saturation, okay, and then maybe making this kind of more, oh, that doesn't look very good. Now maybe I won't mess with it. So I'll just Command S that, push OK. Or file save as. You can just save as. rename it with CMYK at the end. Photoshop save, okay. And then we can just relink this with the new one that should be in CMYK now, see? So yeah, great. One thing I wanted to look at, it looks a little bit better in this one. The colors are better and like the trace is a little bit better. But anyway, it's pretty close to the original. I did on this text, if I select that, just with the selection tool and go to Object, Effects, I can put a drop shadow on things. I like to put it on normal for some reason, and then I'm going to make it probably this blue color, push OK. And I have preview on so I can kind of see what it looks like, push OK. And I'll do the same thing with this other text. It might be kind of hard to grab it. Okay, I have it grabbed. You can always push down Command to kind of go through, but so I think I have Command Z. I have the right one selected. So Object, Effects, Drop Shadow. You can do other things. There's like Inner Shadow, Outer Glow. There's all sorts of different things you can play with if you want to. Double click on this, push OK, and yeah, OK. So all of my images, you know, I went through my links panel. I've checked out all of my images. They're all CMYK. My info panel is nice because if I use my white arrow tool, I can click and see, you know, what my DPI is. A couple of my images aren't quite 300, but as long as you're around 250 or over, this one's a little bit small, but that's okay. I could always go back into Illustrator and just what I need to do probably is I need to grab him and then, you know, just use this free transform tool, push shift and just make him bigger on the canvas. And then do Command S and then do a file, export as, and I can just save it as a PNG. I'll just save over the other one at 600. Or maybe it saved out a new one, I'm not sure, but and then if I just replace him with that bigger sized one, let's see, let's make it on list view. Oops, list view. And then this is it just automatically put an 01 because I was trying to replace it, but it just automatically put an 01 instead of, because I have him here. I wanted to replace the file, but it just automatically did this. So open, this should be a bigger image. So if I size him up with the free transform tool, I should be able to size him in there and then use this and the info panel to see now it's a lot nicer, like not nicer size, file size, because I just had him really small on the page when I exported out the PNG, and I probably should have just made him bigger on the page before I did that. And once I did that, he is a lot higher resolution now. He's in RGB again though, so we might have to, I'll save him out. Let's just pretend I went into Photoshop and I changed him to CMYK color mode and I saved over the old file. Maybe I'll just do it now. Sorry guys. Control click, edit with Photoshop, image, mode, CMYK color, and then file, save. And I'm just going to save over the old file. I really just want to save over the old file. So I just need to make it a PNG though. I'll have to do a file export. File, export as, PNG, export. This should all be set to the right thing. Save. I want to replace the other file, but I bet you, I guess it used to be easy to save over files, but now I don't know if they're trying to make it different or something. But anyway, I think I relinked it to the new one. No, I didn't. I don't know what I did, but anyway, is this in the right spot? Guess I'll just rename it. clip to CMYK. Sorry guys. Now I'm probably just confusing you guys, but here it is, open. So now at least he's in CMYK. Okay, so I'll do Command S, and then we'll do File Export. I want to export out a JPEG in my, just right inside of my Lincoln Pacemaker poster. Not in my images. I'm going to actually just make a JPEG of my poster itself. Save, I'll replace. I already did it once, so, but make sure it's on high, 300 CMYK, export. And then let's do a file package so that we can package everything up. Package, it's going to package up the fonts. I must not have had it saved. We're still in the package area here, so we're going to do the fonts, the linked graphics. Sorry. This is fine to have checked. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. You don't need the IDML file. You can uncheck that if it's checked. And I want a PDF print, PDF, high quality print, PDF. If it's not on high quality print, change it to high quality print, and then just push package. And this will create a whole new folder inside of the current folder that you already have, which I think confused you guys last time. But so I'm on my desktop, I'm in my Lincoln Pacemaker, and this is the package file we just made today at 7:08, so 7:08 right now. So go ahead and grab that high resolution JPEG and drag it into that new packaged folder, and then let's just zip this. So Control, click on that, compress, and there's your file that I want you to submit into Brightspace. So basically your file should contain, if we go into it, document fonts, your InDesign file, the high resolution JPEG that you exported, a print PDF, and all the links from your document. So any kind of logos, anything, and I think I will put the graphic design logo up for you guys to use. Hopefully this was helpful. I was trying to keep it as quick as possible, but I might have ended up going a little bit faster, which might confuse you guys, but I was really, I didn't want to go much over 45 minutes, and I ended up going closer to 1 hour and 15. But if you guys do get stuck, these videos can be helpful for you. You can always just rewind it if you need to, if I'm going too fast. And obviously don't hesitate to ask me in class or send me an email or whatever if you need help with anything. All right, talk to you later. Bye.